Alzheimer's impacts half of all Black families. HSC is investing in a new research study to find out why. To join, please visit blackalzbrainstudy.com or call 817-735-2963. It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, February 25th, 2021. Number 1. Stacey Abrams, the former and perhaps future Georgia gubernatorial candidate, is scheduled to testify today at a U.S. House hearing on federal electoral policy. Her testimony caps a busy week in which her organization, Fair Fight Action, has launched a multi-million-dollar ad campaign warning that legislation to restrict absentee balloting could harm Republicans as much as Democrats. Georgia Republicans have approved a measure requiring more identification for absentee voting. Number 2. Donald Trump and his legal team were dealt a bitter loss this week as the Supreme Court granted a New York district attorney access to the former president's financial records and tax documents. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office, led by Cyrus Vance, is investigating whether Donald Trump and the Trump Organization engaged in tax fraud, insurance fraud, and other potential financial crimes. The district attorney's office is expected to have access to the records within the next few days. Number 3. Recent data shows that almost 1 year into the coronavirus pandemic, students continue to suffer from learning loss. According to an analysis by McKinsey & Company, if school closures continue this year, Black students would earn over $2,000 a year less. To make up for lost learning once the pandemic ends, the report suggests targeted instruction and tutoring for small groups of students over the next year. Number 4. Protesters marched in Rochester, New York Tuesday night, just hours after New York Attorney General Letitia James announced that a grand jury voted not to indict the 7 officers on charges related to the death of Daniel Prude last year. The 41-year-old Black man was suffering from a mental health episode when officers handcuffed him and placed a spit hood over his head while pinning his face to the ground. Attorney General James vowed to pursue reforms for use of force laws, mental health response, and de-escalation training. Number 5. Former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick is taking his talents to the public market alongside the NBA's Phoenix Suns part owner with a social justice special purpose and acquisition company, or SPAC. An SPAC is a blank check shell corporation designed to take companies public without going through the traditional IPO process. Kaepernick's SPAC, called Mission Advancement, plans to raise $287 million to acquire a billion-dollar consumer-focused company with the potential to generate a positive social impact. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Don't just survive, thrive. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with George Wallace and Bubba Knight. Remember Bubba from the Pips, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort Worth. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.